Okay, it is time. It's time to declare yourself, time to go on the record, on tape, on national TV. Paul, you first. Who plays in and who wins the two conference finals, then who wins the NBA finals?
In the East, I got the obvious Celtics versus Philadelphia 76ers. I think there's a path for them. They've been playing well. I got Celtics in 6. And in the Western Conference, I got Dallas versus Denver.
Ooh.
I think Luka Doncic is going to be out to prove something in these playoffs. Kyrie is playing great. That's going under the radar, I believe, the way their chemistry has come together. But ultimately, I got Denver in 6 to play the Celtics in the finals.
Celtics, Sixers in the East. I got the Celtics coming out in about 6, maybe 7. And then in the West, I got the Lakers, the obvious. And then I'm going to take the Clippers.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Clippers. I'm not
So who's going to win that? Lakers to the finals?
Lakers to the finals against the Celtics.
So,
and then I got the Lakers beat the Celtics in 7.
So what you're saying is, if this happens, Key, do you know the GOAT conversations we're going to have about LeBron?
I don't care about all that.
This 7.5 point underdog in the first game, he carries this team all the way to the finals.
I'm just telling you, this is as Skip opened up the show saying, the basketball gods, one of his worst nightmares, Skip's worst nightmare, is that the basketball gods may have touched LeBron. May have touched him. You may not want to hear that, because the Celtics won't get that.
I mean, they touched him when he was born. I mean, he got all the physical tools and gifts.
Yeah, but they touched him again, though. They come back, they get ready to remake this.
All right.
That just hurts your soul to even think that way.
No, I didn't. I said if they win it this year, he'll be the undisputed GOAT. I mean, I have no problem saying that.
Okay. All right. Before I make my picks, I want to talk about your Celtics. And I want to talk about why they trouble me, because I did not see this coming. They took by far the most three-point shots in basketball. They made them because they took the most. I mean, obviously. So they took 43 a game. That's like mind-blowing to me.
All right, what's the percentage? What's their percentage?
Okay, they were second in the league, barely to Oklahoma City in three-point percentage, 38.8. Right. That's pretty good.
All right, that's really good.
Okay, so that meant you made 17 of those a game.
That's
okay,
really good.
That's pretty good. That's better than Golden State's 15 a game.
That's actually great.
All right. So you wound up first in offense and third in defense. That'll work, man. That's recipe for championship right there.
Absolutely.
And yet, I just never trust a team that clearly lives and dies by the 3. You just do. And you have lived all year by the 3. But if you go cold for a game or 2, you can get in big trouble fast. And once a team, as you know, in a playoff series goes cold, it gets contagious cold where nobody can make a shot. And then the media makes a huge issue out of it, and it just tears a team apart.
Skip, this is not the Houston Rockets.
Okay. No, it's not.
This is not the Houston Rockets with James Harden, a team that missed 27 in a row threes.
Yeah.
This is not that.
All right.
This is not that. You might not ever see that happen again.
All right.
This is not going to happen.
So I'm looking at your 2 stars, your 2, as you call them, young stars, even though they played 8 years of pro basketball. Right?
They're young. They're young. Still young. They're prime.
All right. Jason Tatum, I look at his postseason numbers.
All right.
And he's a career in the playoffs, 36% three-point shooter, which is okay, but it's solid, but it's not great. It's not great.
It's solid. I mean,
and his running mate, Jaylen Brown, is also a career playoff 36%. Okay, so it's solid.
Yeah.
But you know and I know, both those guys have the propensity to go 2 for 11 because this happened quite a bit where all of a sudden I look up, sometimes he does, but I've seen Jason and Jaylen go 2 for 11 a lot more than I've seen Steph. So all of a sudden, when you least expect it, they're not there. Are you sure? Are you sure that they have arrived? Or have they gotten over the hump?
Game 7 last year versus the Heat, Jason Tatum sprained his ankle on the first play of the game.
Oh, so he sprained his ankle.
He sprained his, it was clear he turned, he tried to suck it up.
He hurt himself. Got it. Okay.
It's tough. So now they got some insurance.
He can hurt himself, but nobody else can.
Just like a car. When you crash it, you get insurance. And you know what that insurance is in the form of Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. So now, if Jason's like, let's say Jason Tatum do go 2 for 11. We got insurance now. And do you believe in Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis based on what they've done this year? So it's no pressure for Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown to play great. Last year, they both had to play great. And for the most part, they play great all the time because they're superstars. They're first and second team superstars who play great all the time. You don't get to that level without doing that.
You're going to apply the regular season to the Celtics, but no one else. All right, I'm just checking it out. I'm just saying, you say the regular season is different than the playoffs, is what you told me. I'm just saying.
It is. This is when the cream of the crop rises.
Okay.
And now we got insurance with our cream of the crop. So on nights where Jason's shot isn't falling, on nights when Jaylen Brown's shot isn't falling, you wouldn't want a Kristaps Porzingis insurance?
Have you seen Porzingis insurance in the postseason?
Drew Holiday. I've seen Drew Holiday's insurance.
You got one insurance, you got two.
Derek White there to have your back, to give you a putback like when you need it most.
Okay.
So that's why I'm confident more so this year than last year, because all the pressure isn't on them to play well every night. If they don't shoot well and they do other things that are part of the game, rebound, defend, make the right plays, I still, on nights where they don't play well, they can win. And they've shown that all year long. So that's why.
How, though, Paul? But you apply. You funny, man. You worse than Michael Irvin with the Cowboys, man. You worse than Mike with the Cowboys because you applying. They can do all of this in the regular season. They going to carry it over to the postseason. But as soon as we say something about another team's players being able to do the same thing, you go to chuckling and laughing. You telling me something about Porzingis? What has Porzingis done in the postseason that make you feel like he can take up the slack that Jason Tatum and Brown may not be?
I don't need him to be great. Everybody don't have to be great. If your third option is Porzingis, I feel comfortable right there. I'm feeling comfortable because on any given night, he can be your best player on the court. And you've seen that. He can go for 30. If Jason's 2 for 11, like Skip said.
We're talking about the postseason, though, now.
Exactly. They take pressure. So what I'm saying, they take pressure off of each other. That's what makes their starting five so good. Skip, you said the Denver Nuggets has the best starting five. I don't think so.
No.
So you think that Porzingis' regular season could carry over into the postseason?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Has it ever?
But that's what I'm trying to get him to tell me. Because I ain't never seen it.
I haven't either.
Well, think about this. He's had to be the first or second best player on a lot of his teams. There's no pressure for him to do that this time. There's no pressure. So if he goes out there...
Well, that is pressure if you got to go from the third to the one because the other one and the two ain't doing what they supposed to be doing. That now you forced to be the one. That's pressure. You're now going
He just got to go out there and do his job. Defend, take advantage of mismatches.
When has he ever done that?
Knock down shots.
But when has he ever done it in the postseason? All I'm doing is turning the mirror to you. I want you to look in the mirror because this is what you've been telling me. You've been selling me on this. I want you to now look in the mirror and let it reflect back to you of the things that you said about the other teams.
What did I say?
You said that it's the regular season, the things that they did in the regular season, they can't carry into the postseason because they've never done it before. This is what you said. You said it about D'Lo. You said it about Austin Reeves. I'm just trying to understand.
I'm going off what I've seen from them, though. I'm going off what I've seen when I talk about the layer role players. Which role players would you rather have?
But see, Paul, okay, let me slow it down real quick for you. You saying you're going off what you've seen them do. Yeah. And I'm going off what I've seen Porzingis do.
The reason I'm saying I'm going off what I've seen them do because they have had no success versus Denver. Now, I'm talking about the Celtics who've been to multiple conference finals, who've been to the finals, who've added more pieces.
But those pieces that you added outside of Drew Holiday, which wasn't a scoring machine, but at times he made big plays on the offensive end for Milwaukee, and obviously he was the defender.
Yeah, we've never seen Porzingis shine in a playoff.
Okay, that's all I wanted you to say.
I'm done.
But I'm confident. I'm done. I got what I needed out of you. I'm
rest
done.
Your case.
I'll rest my case.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, quick point of order. When you talk about Michael and the Cowboys, at least he's talking about a real team. Michael's not talking about a real team, right? Okay, at least he has a legit
Why did I even mention the damn Cowboys?
I don't know why, because they didn't deserve it. Okay, I'm also going to pick Celtics over Sixers in the conference finals. But I got to tell you, the Sixers are serious business for you. If Joel, the only reason I believe you can win a game 7 against the
You think it's going
Sixers,
that
yes,
far?
I do. It's going to go 7.
No.
And the only way you're going to win
7.
game 7, the only way you're going to win game 7 is if Joel suddenly wakes up
6-7.
with an upset stomach, or he's got, you know,
So
he's
he had
got
an
a,
upset
got a
stomach.
tummy
So he had an
ache.
upset stomach
Tummy
last
ache.
year?
Yeah.
He was sick
always
last
has it.
year?
Yeah.
So he always
Well, he had a
has
knee.
that.
He had a knee.
So
Remember, he was wearing a
he-
giant
he
knee
got-
brace.
He got a knee this year. So what changes?
But this was a different. See, this is the
Nothing
thing with you,
changes.
Paul.
Nothing changes, guys.
This is a different year for the
Nothing.
Celtics, but nobody else. This is a different year. This is a different year for the Celtics, but nobody else can have a different year except the Celtics. That's what you're telling
You know
me,
what?
because this ain't even the same
You're right.
team as
You're right.
Philly.
It's
This
not.
is
It's
a
not.
different team.
So what's different?
Different
about,
coach,
so what's
different
different,
team.
What's different about Joel Embiid? He still got the knee issue.
Okay, but he doesn't have to worry about James Harden. That's a big.
James Harden gave him 2 40-point games.
Yeah, and then
Big
what?
games.
What happened the last 3 games? You want to talk about disappearing act? It was horrendous what happened the last 3 games.
Celtics is
Man,
you something else, man.
Hey, Paul, you guys don't have an answer for that 7-foot monster in
No,
Philadelphia.
they do.
You
They got
don't.
Porzingis.
Yes, we do. We got Al Horford. Al Horford. We know the defensive job he does. Yeah, Joel Embiid let old Al Horford.
What is he
No,
now?
he should be
Wait,
up
is
here with
Al
us.
51 or 52 now?
It don't matter how old. He got Joel Embiid number.
He
I know.
does?
He got Joel Embiid number.
Al should be up here with us.
Yeah,
No,
that's a good point.
Hey,
He
listen,
should be.
so if
Al,
Joel-
you're welcome. Come on in. We'd love to have you.
Whatever, yeah.
What's Al, about 6'9"? He's got
Man,
no
it
chance.
don't matter. He's done
No
a
chance.
great job over the years.
But the
versus
thing,
Joel
but the
Embiid.
thing, but the thing that's going
He
to be a
got
problem.
Joel Embiid has Al
I understand.
Horforditis.
No, if that's what you
I'm
feel.
trying to tell you.
The problem that you're gonna have is they won't see the Celtics until the final. That's a month and some change from now.
And y'all got confidence that Joel's knee is going to hold up to then?
Well,
You confident in
I
that?
gotta be confident in it.
I'm not.
You,
I gotta be confident in
exactly.
You should be happy about that.
You're not confident in that.
I gotta
Okay.
be confident in it.
I'm just saying,
got
in
to
that
be.
playing
Okay.
game, he looked winded. He looked tired.
he
He
looked
just
sorry.
got back.
So he gonna make it through, and I think they will make it through
He
the conference
just
to the conference
got
finals.
back.
Because when I look at the East, it's just a glaring weaknesses in all these teams.
But he did just get back. Am I correct, Paul?
Yeah, he's been
Okay.
back for about 3 weeks.
Okay, so if you add the 3 weeks on to the month and a half or so, whenever the final is, I guess it's about a month and a half. Add that on to it. That's all I'm saying to you, Coach.
So he'll be in better shape,
That-
or he'll be tired with a worn down knee. Which
chances
one?
are
Which
he's
one?
going. Chances are he's going to
Which
be in better
one?
condition.
And knee wear and tear.
And even in bad condition, he still was able to
Man,
get down in the fourth quarter.
No,
He got down in the fourth quarter.
Which one is it going to be when he play Boston? A worn down knee or an upset stomach? Skip?
Tummy ache, probably. It's always something.
It's always
Yeah,
something.
you better hope it's always something. Because you want to talk about X factors, he is the biggest X factor in the East right now, is whether he can stay afloat. Because if he does, you
don't
guys
believe-
are in
You
trouble.
don't believe he can stay afloat?
I don't. But if he does.
it's a hole in that
Well,
floaty.
okay, but when I just, the other night, he was as sorry as he could ever look until the last 3 minutes of the game, and then he just took it over. He scored or
We're not going to just
assisted
leave
on
him
11.
wide open like this. I mean, come on, they playing.
You hope that they not going to do that. That's what you hope. You hope that.
Now, listen.
And even if they got
Embiid
out to
is
him,
a
who gonna get
dominant-
out there?
He's a dominant force. I get it. He's great all around the board. He was on pace to win MVP this year.
He was.
This year.
Yep.
He had the Sixers #2 in the East. I get all that. They're 32-8.
So if he stays healthy, he's the MVP?
I don't know. It depends on his team's record, if they can keep up the pace. I mean, he was certainly on pace for it. I mean, I will give him that.
Okay, so if he was on pace for it, he was playing like an MVP.
Okay.
So you told me yesterday or the other day.
So in saying those things, listen though, he was playing like an MVP this year.
Mm-hmm.
Team 32-8 around that when he #2 in the
No, he
East.
was. No.
So last year he